Hey there, kids. It's Dave's Super Tasty Video Show. Welcome back. It's Dave Ross here, and special guest. We're here at First Avenue. It's Stabbing Westward. You've seen numerous videos here on the show, and we've got Andy and Walter joining us this afternoon, or actually this evening, on the show. And welcome to Minneapolis, guys. A little chilly, but sorry.
A little bit cold, yes.
Sorry, we'll warm it up. The new album is entitled Wither, Blister, Burn and Peel, and we love the album. Good. And we've been playing a lot of the videos and all that stuff. And right off the bat, tell us, how'd you guys come up with this name, Wither, Blister, Burn and Peel?
It's actually a lyric to the song Falls Apart, or in the song Falls Apart. Describes many different things, such as relationships, or more specifically, like what happens to a photograph when you put flame underneath it and all the chemicals kind of melt and dissolve into cool, wacky colors.
Now word has it that this was not initially you guys threw around some ideas for album names, right?
Very many bad names for our album.
And share with everyone the one you told me earlier.
That would be Pontoon Planet.
Pontoon Planet.
Yeah, you got a picture. The Earth. With a couple of pontoons underneath it, just in the middle of like a lake.
Okay. Right. Pontoon Planet. You live around water, or?
Well, yeah, actually pretty heavily at the time, I think so.
And your drinks were not watered down, so maybe that's the, I don't know. So if there's any bands out there, actually, that'd be a great band name,
I think. Band name, and yeah, it's yours. Take it, run with it. Good luck.
And now you actually have a story behind the band name, so there it is.
If your band is actually called Pontoon Planet, yeah. Actually, we should just make it somehow, and the planet was named Stabbing Westward, and that's how we got our name.
Exactly. How did?
Because people always ask, how did you get the name? And that's far more interesting than the actual story.
Well,
no.
You know what? We'll come back and ask you about that, actually. We will. Right now, we've got some great Stabbing Westward videos coming up, so stick around. Let's check out something else right now. More with Stabbing Westward coming up. It's Dave's Super Tasty Video Show. Hey, welcome back. It's Dave's Super Tasty Video Show. Stabbing Westward joining us on this evening's show. It's Andy, it's Walter, and we alluded earlier about the band name Stabbing Westward. We found out how you got the name to your current album, Wither, Blister, Burn and Peel, but the name Stabbing Westward, can you give us, the short, condensed?
Short version is real easy. Okay, Christopher and I started this band about 10 years ago. We were going to school at Western Illinois University, small town, 20,000 people, including the students, and we were playing a show in a week, and we didn't have a name, so we needed to come up with a name, so we just started writing down any little catchphrases we saw, whether it was like in magazines or on album liner notes and whatnot. We had like a whole list of about 10 of them. They all sucked. And somehow Stabbing Westward, Hating Where You Are, the small, Western Illinois University and all that kind of stuff. That one stood out for some reason. It came from an album liner note, and I don't even remember what record. So.
And when you guys started playing around, it stuck. I mean,
Yeah, and, I would have never have guessed 10 years ago that, we'd be...
You'd still be called Stabbing Westward, right?
It's one of those, like, we need a really crappy name. What are we going to call ourselves this week type of thing.
And that would be Pontoon Planet, right?
Planet, I think, would have been a far better choice.
Well, you know what? We're going to have to stick with Stabbing Westward. You guys are already known well too much as Stabbing Westward. You have it on hats, for God's sakes, so...
Fashionable and functional. Thank you very much. Yes, Stabbing Westward.
Very good. We're going to get into one of your videos right now for What Do I Have to Do? And can you tell us a little bit about how the concept of this video...
Well, What Do I Have to Do is one of those videos, like a lot of rock videos. There's not really a whole lot of concept involved, One thing we tried really hard to do was to not be pigeonholed into this industrial kind of thing where you see us in a basement covered with insects with chains all over us, that kind of thing. We decided to go for something that was outside in a very big wide open space. It was really, really colorful. So, California desert. Josh Taft was the director. He did a bunch of videos for Alice in Chains and Stone Temple Pilots. He's done everybody's videos. And it's essentially just shots of the band playing in the desert and this really hot woman and Chris running her over with the car, essentially. The whole treatment, the whole idea took up like one paragraph of a piece of paper, and we're like, that's the best anti-treatment we've ever had, so let's run with it.
Well, all right, and you went with it, and we've got it, we've been playing it, and you're going to see it right now. What do I have to do? It's Stabbing Westward, Dave's Super Tasty Video Show. More coming up with the band. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back, guys, and the tour's been taking you from this place to that place, and how's it been going so far?
It's going great, and we're almost done. We've got 9 shows left, counting this one. So we've been on the road for about a year. Light at the end of the tunnel. Going to do a new record, and excited to get out of the cold.
Good deal. Well, now you're from Cleveland, right?
Yeah, I lived in Cleveland for a long time, and then moved to Chicago to play with these guys. And now Walter and I are going to relocate to Los Angeles.
The relocation has something to do with the band being closer out there, or just looking for some warm weather?
Well, a lot of things. Looking for warm weather, just looking for a new place to, be creative. Walter spent his whole life pretty much in the Chicago area, and is just looking for someplace new. And, so much of what we're involved in kind of happens out in L.A.
Yeah.
And it's nice to be right there. Plus it's warm, and there's beautiful girls, and I love California, man.
And earthquakes.
You have your priorities in order there, Andy.
Warm weather.
Warm weather, beautiful girls, and music.
By Stabbing Westward, yes.
Oh, great. Well, we're looking forward to that. Way down the road, though, because this album is really has picked up, and this is...
Well, we're actually hoping to get the new record out by summer. So we don't want to leave any gap. A lot of bands put out a record and tour for 2 years, and then, it takes them 2 years to do a record, and we just decided we'll go a year, do a record, have it out, so... when the next single starts to die off, hopefully we'll pick right back up with a new record.
And you guys have done a lot of touring with a lot of different people, right? I know you did some stuff. You did a date with Depeche Mode, right?
3 months with Depeche Mode.
And who else have you done out with?
We toured this year with Kiss, with Sex Pistols, with White Zombie.
And previously we've done Front 242, Depeche Mode, Killing Joke.
Wow,
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. How was the Sex Pistols tour? Interesting.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I figured that'd be a good word to use.
I didn't think it was. I expected it to be more interesting, but they're all pretty old and they're just pretty, set in their ways, and so it wasn't the rock and roll kind of freak show that you.
It wasn't like a weird circus type environment.
And same with Kiss. We did Kiss kind of thinking, now this is going to be a party, and it was just very business and no party at all. So.
Thinking of the Sex Pistols, I remember seeing a show here at First Avenue with Public Image Limited, and John Lydon the entire show had his back to the audience, and every once in a while he turned around and sneer, and that was
Such an artist,
There was something there. Yes, exactly. Right.
I don't know if you call it art, but
Well, stick around. More from Stabbing Westward coming up. We're going to see their latest offering entitled Shame, which I'm sure you're already well familiar with. It's Dave's Super Tasty Video Show. Don't go anywhere. Westward in town. We're here at First Avenue, and
Giggs is on the drum kit.
I know. What's going on? A little sound check action behind us.
Ash.
Ash. How's it been touring? You're on with Ash, and
We have a really great tour going on right now where we've got 3 very different bands. So when people come to the show, it's not like all just the same thing. Everybody's different, and everybody's really good, and everyone gets along. It's one of the weird things because after the shows, everyone from all the different bands goes bus hopping. You've heard of pub crawls. We do the bus crawl where like everybody drinks together and hangs together, and everybody gets along. It's really cool, and it's a very weird thing that doesn't happen on a lot of tours.
so somebody's trying to track down Walter. We don't quite know what bus he's on, right?
3 buses that I could be, so,
It's Andy, it's Walter from Stabbing Westward, and we're going to get into your video right now for Shame, and honestly, one of the best videos, and we get more requests for this video than probably anything this past year.
One of the cooler videos in terms of concept, I think that's ever been done. Because music video is generally an avenue by which record labels kind of advertise the band. Here's shots of the band playing. Here's more shots of the band. Here's shots of Walter. Here's shots of Andy. Here's shots of Chris. We get really bored with that. We wanted to try and do something that was actually more like a piece of film, that we were kind of part of the whole concept as opposed to just the rock band with something going on. So Paul Cunningham, who's this really brilliant English director who did Radiohead's High and Dry, gave us this concept, and we read it and we said, this is really, really cool. If we actually could pull this off, this would be really cool. And we did, and it's really cool because when you see it, exactly what's on the page is what you see on the screen.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering after seeing this concept. I mean, it's like, boy, can we really pull this off the way...
Oh, yeah, we did.
We got lucky, and he's just really talented. He's really talented.
The problem is that it set this precedent for us now. We did this really cool video, and now we want to keep making cool videos, but, a lot of times the ideas just don't come. So now we're at this point now where we're still trying to get a treatment that we like for the next video, hoping that it's going to be as cool or cooler than the treatment that we got for Shame.
How long did this video shoot take to actually...
2 days.
One day with us, one day to shoot the other stuff with the actors.
And of course, we want to know who's this cute girl in the video, huh?
She's an actress from LA.
What's her name?
What her name is?
We thought it was somebody else, but it wasn't.
Oh, right. We thought it was.
I don't give you the name anymore.
If I can think of what her name is, yeah.
Anyway, actors out of LA, but they're both really, really talented. And what's neat is like they've got their own little fan club, and like people like will ask us all the time, "Where's Nick and Julie?" And it's just like they're actors, you know? It's like it's weird. It's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, it's like Nick really is deranged. I mean, boy, does he follow you on tour? Does he track you down or something?
He's really deranged. The night that we went to watch them film their bits was the first night of shooting, and we're sitting in the cafeteria eating, and he just kind of comes and sits down at the table, and it was like, the guy was definitely kind of a freak.
Well, we're going to check it out right now. Get ready for one super tasty experience. Here's the latest from Stabbing Westward. It's Shame, Dave's super tasty video show. We're getting ready to wrap up the show, but we cannot let these guys go without seeing one more great video. And your current album, Wither, Blister, Burn and Peel, it's your second offering, right? And the first album was called Ungod. And we, actually, you know what? We talked about how you got the name for the second album. Where came from Ungod?
Well, it came from our former guitar player who told us he created this interesting word. And obviously,
Ungod.
We were, you know, if God is all that creates and ungod is what takes away, or some, I don't know, it's some really goofy type of thing. Anyway, we bought it and we're ashamed for it. But it's, you know, it's like, it's okay, it's just a title. But really,
well, yeah, but now everyone's coming. Yeah, I think that there's a catalyst. To, you know, you got Joan Osborne, with God is one of us, and all these gods. So maybe you started something. All right, maybe not. Maybe not. All right, let's get into the Nothing video and tell us what we're about to see.
Christopher in a dress, and in a basement with a lot of insects running around. This is our first video,
and a great one at that. So let's check it out.